Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. The order of this video is a little bit jumbled because I started out at the range with a buddy of mine and then another guy showed up, so I've had to kind of switch back and forth between shooting, loading. So my video is going to be a little bit jumbled and out of order. So this is not the beginning of the video, but it is the beginning of the video to you. So keep that in mind. What I have out here today, another 1022, and my plan a couple of weeks ago was to buy a bone stock cheap receiver 1022, just a regular wood stock, take it all apart, take the receiver, put a nice bolt, put a nice trigger system, nice barrel, and nice stock on it. And then I was perusing the local used guns at Four Seasons Guns in Woburn, Mass, and they had this nice 1022 target model with the hammer forged barrel. So it's like that spiral hammer forged barrel. Laminate stock, which you guys probably know I'm a sucker for a nice laminate stock. Has a BX trigger in it, and it came with a Nikon Prostaff 3-9x40 scope, which is a very nice scope. $400 for this out the door. It was a little bit more than I wanted to spend. However, I spent a bunch of time thinking about it, and in reality I spent less on this than if I built this same type of rifle using aftermarket parts, and it shoots very well. It's in excellent shape. I'll take more pictures of it later on, but for now I'm doing a little bit of accuracy shooting at 50 yards using a variety of ammo: Remington Thunderbolt, some Federal 36 grain hollowpoint, that bulk 1600 pack ammo that I had, some AGUILA Super Extra lead, and copper plated. What else do I have? I had some Winchester Super X hollowpoint, which worked very well. I have some Federal Game Shock hollowpoint, which for some reason this does not want a chamber, and I'm assuming because it's a target barrel it has a tighter chamber in it. I'm not sure if it has a Bent's chamber or not, but it is definitely tighter than a standard 1022. It does not want to chamber the Federal Game Shock, and the other one was the Remington Viper. It did not want to chamber Remington Viper. So I got a couple rounds downrange already at 50 yards, did some accuracy shooting with the Thunderbolt, which was Thunderbolt. I mean, the velocities go all over the place. Then I did some of the AGUILA Super Extra, which works very well. That's probably my favorite lead round nose ammo right now. Then I did 5 rounds with the Blazer, and I bought a whole bunch of that Blazer. As you guys know, it's not really as good as I was hoping it was. Probably Federal Auto Match is a better round than that Blazer lead round nose is, but I got it cheap enough, so I can't really complain. 3 cents a round, 3.5 cents a round, I can't complain about that. So I'm going to go ahead and load up, and I'll tell you guys what I'm shooting as I go. So I'll be back in 1 minute. So I'm going to do some accuracy shooting with, believe it or not, Remington Thunderbolt first. 50 yards. Pretty big group, as to be expected. Thunderbolt usually has some different velocities in there. So Federal Game Shock next. Doesn't like Game Shock, doesn't want to chamber it. Yeah, doesn't like flat tip bullets. So let's go with Auto Match. No wait, that's more Thunderbolt. Let's skip that. Let's go with some AGUILA Super. I pulled one The other 5 are all touching. That was AGUILA. This is Blazer lead. Blazers all over the place. Functions well though. Alright, I'm going to switch out to some other ammo. Alright, so I'm set up here to do a little bit more accuracy shooting. I'm going to start off with, let's see, this is AGUILA Super Extra copper plated round nose. Then I will go to the 36 grain bulk federal hollow point copper plated that I think is pretty similar to a CCI mini mag. Then I have, let's see, some more Game Shock. I was able to get it to function in the rifle. I think the first round, for whatever reason, was getting caught on the edge of the magazine, so I'm going to try it again. Those do seem to have like some kind of wax on them, and it definitely is like clogging up the feed ramp on the magazine, but we'll try it anyway. So first off with the AGUILA Super Extra copper. 50 yards. And this is the second target down on the right, for my reference. That's 5 rounds. I'm going to blow through the rest at 100. So I shoot 5 for the target, and then I shoot 5 at the 100-yard, kind of in a rapid fire, just to see how this stuff functions. All right, so this is the Federal 36 grain hollow point, again, that I think is pretty similar to a mini mag, and I'm doing the bottom left target with this one. Now I pulled that one to the left. I might have done 6 on that one, but I pulled the second or third shot to the left. So the rest at 100 yards for a function test. Worked perfectly fine. Like I said in my last video, I really like that stuff. It functions just as well as mini mag does. So now I'm going to the Game Shock. I'm going to see how this stuff functions. Again, doesn't want to chamber. I don't know if it's just the magazine or what. The last time, once I got it to chamber, it worked fine. So this is the bottom right target. And at 100 yards. So there's my target, there it is. So functions fine once you get it up into the feed ramp. So let's go take a look at my target. And I know the results often are either not the best that they could be. It's cold out here again, it's about 34 degrees today, at least it's not 16 like it was last time. So it's not too bad out here, but I don't think I could have built a rifle this accurate for the same amount of money that I have. I've seen the scope that's on this thing go from anywhere from $75 to $200, depending on whether or not it's used or not. Came with 3 magazines, so that's about 60 bucks right there. And again, I've seen this exact same rifle, same barrel, same stock and everything without a scope, with 1 magazine for $569. So I saved roughly $170 on the rifle, and I got a roughly $200 scope with it and 2 extra magazines. So let's go look at that target. All right, so this is my target at 50 yards. This was Thunderbolt, which was not very good. This was AGUILA Super Extra, and I shot 6 rounds because I pulled 2 of them. Again, I'm not real steady. I wasn't like doing exceptionally great bench rest shooting because I'm on my ammo can and it's not real stable. But so 4 rounds basically right in the bullseye. This is a 1-inch bullseye, so I mean, if you throw out the 2 flyers that I pulled, you have a group of probably about 3/4 of an inch. If you put them in there, it's about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. This was Blazer. Not very happy with Blazer. I think this was the AGUILA Super Extra copper. This was the Federal 36 grain hollow point, and like I said, I pulled this one, and then this was the last one I shot. I can't even remember what it was now. Oh, that's the Game Shock. So not too bad of a group. Again, for me, that's pretty good. When I get either a bipod on this, or I'm thinking of actually buying one of those MTM shooting rests that you can adjust the height on to be able to get a more stable shot out of it, I'll be a lot better at this. I know that. Right now I'm just trying to get it sighted in, which I think it's pretty well sighted in. Again, the variation on these different targets is more based on the different velocities and the weights of the bullet than anything else. The flyers, obviously, I mean, Thunderbolt, it is what it is. You're going to get stuff all over the place. For me, I mean, a 2-inch spread on Thunderbolt at 50 yards isn't too bad. At 100 yards, obviously, it's probably going to be twice that big because the velocity's all over the place. The rest of these, that's pretty acceptable for me. I mean, this one's a little bit wide. Again, the Blazer, not too happy with it. But the 36 grain hollow point, the Aguila's like, that stuff really is kind of like my go-to ammo now. So the AGUILA Super Extra, whether it's lead or the copper plated, I've seen that stuff. Shooter's Outpost in New Hampshire, which is pretty close to me, they have it for $20 for a brick of 500 right now. That's pretty stinking good for the quality of that ammo. So I'm very happy with that stuff. The Federal Auto Match, actually in a 1022, it's about 1050 or 1070 feet per second velocity. It is so soft shooting. It shoots pretty well. I honestly think 1022 needs a little bit higher velocity, somewhere around the, like, I don't know, 1200 feet per second. It seems to like a little bit better, at least the ones that I have. This one, it shoots pretty well with the Auto Match, but everything else, the higher stuff seems to be a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to jump off camera for right now. Thanks for watching Cranky Gun Reviews. Have a great day. Remember to support your 2A rights. God bless America, and have a great day.